Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP.
Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today, it's week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Ready.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. The Niners at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Play action. Now it's Lance. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. A very solid gain of 27.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
In motion goes the tight end. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hill on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is taken at about the 14. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Here's Lance. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started.
There he goes, left side. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run. And the 49ers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hill now to throw. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
After 1, 7-3 the score. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Hill looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Hill. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are once again back in front. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Ready?
On second down, McCaffrey. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to have a Niners first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a play fake. Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ready up.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what your
touchdown 49ers. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now Lance. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. 31 yards as they have taken the lead. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down.
yards on the pickup. It's second and 10.
And Lance now to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Lance now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Lance looks to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Lance looking to throw it. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Hill. He completes it to Olave. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Hill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw is Hill.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Lance going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Trey Lance scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Hill. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Niners will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Let's go. 6, 7.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
To throw, it's Lance. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners take a 3-touchdown lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll work down inside the 45. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off of play action. Hill. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap.
Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Niners 41. Saints 27.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And some space here. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Okay, ready?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. David Onyemata. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. In motion comes the tight end left. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 96 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Hill's throw complete there to Beckham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They go play fake, and it's Hill. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Hill. It's complete. Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time on 4th for Hill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Let's go now.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. I see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Niners, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a 1st-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.